Hi guys, in this video I will talk about how I go from this to this. Well, not exactly the thumbnail, but the process of making the video from when you are electing a faction to have its faction guide made and until I can upload it onto the YouTube channel.
You may only use the printer if it's work related.
Don't worry, it is work related. YouTube is also some kind of work. After printing the faction overview from the wiki page, I try to find some kind of logical order to present all of these abilities to you. For instance, which ones do you need to know of before the first game round is presented? Or are there any of them that complement each other so they are logical to present together? So the next part of the process is the script writing. And for that I use OneNote. So in here I got all the scripts from previous videos. It consists of a scene column with a number and a headline for the scene. Then I got the script, the actual lines I'm going to say. And then I have checkboxes, and I think that's just me being a little crazy, but whenever I have recorded a scene, then I can simply check it off and say, yes, now that part of the video is recorded. And lastly, I got 2 columns for extra notes that can be important things for me to remember, or whatever I want to put on top of whenever you see me speaking, then you add what is called B-roll, and this is usually something from Tabletop Simulator. After writing the first version of the script, it probably needs a revision, simply because there are so many details to get in place. And remember to like and subscribe. The next part of the process is to double check the guide with other guides on the internet, and I usually go to either Reddit or Board Game Geeks to double check that I didn't miss something important or maybe even misunderstood something. The next part of the process is the actual recording of the video, and that usually happens in the living room. And now let me just swap to the other camera on the phone here. I usually record in the morning before my workday starts, simply because this is when I have the house all for myself. The kids are at the school, my wife is at her work. The next part of the process is to transfer all the files from my phone to the computer for further editing. And if we look at a previous project, for instance the Yin Brotherhood here, and let's see how many files do we have. 111 recordings, and I don't know if you can see the file names on the computer, but I can zoom in when I edit the movie. So the first many here, they are the scene numbers. So this is the B-roll I mentioned during script writing. Instead of you guys are watching me speak all the time, then I put all these recordings on top so you can see what I'm actually talking about. And then a little further down the list here, I got all the IMG recordings. Those are from the iPhone. So whenever you see a quick shot of me from the side, it's a pretty clever way to cover up some of the mistakes, because I make a ton of mistakes because the kids are at the school, my wife is at home, is at work. I rarely say the thing right the first time. And then lastly, we got all the pixel files here, and those are referring to me looking directly into the camera. And at some point during the process, I also visit Toft, so we can record the faction discussion video. Ja. Jo, tak fordi du kunne komme.
Du har simpelthen en notesbog med dit eget navn på.
Ja da.
Det er fedt.
So that means that the first round demos like here and what technologies to research is not recorded until after I had the discussion with Toft. The next part of the process is the most time-consuming one, and that is to actually edit all the footage into a single video. It also happens fairly often that I have forgotten to record some of the B-roll, and then there's nothing else to do but go back into Tabletop Simulator, record the screen, and demonstrate whatever I'm talking about. And then finally the video is done. It has probably taken 2 to 3 weeks for one of the faction guides, and then I can finally hit that. And let me get you a little closer, because that is always a special moment whenever a movie is ready, and that is to click, it says upload here in Danish, but it is create or upload. Let me put you back here. So that is more or less the entire process of me producing the videos here. I certainly enjoy making them, and I think I even enjoy it more now than I did in the beginning, especially if you look at how I am more comfortable in front of the camera now. But thank you for being here. I wouldn't do this without you at all, simply because I don't just make the videos to make videos. I actually want to help somebody, and I really like that you enjoy some of my content. So thank you for watching, and thank you to Toft for helping me out. But also a special thank you to Andrea. You know who you are. You have helped me with some of the technical things here, and your help has been simply invaluable to me. So thank you, and I look forward to create even more content for you. Bye.